I'm Christina Hammerberg, a member of the board here at Neskaya Movement Arts Center in Franconia, New Hampshire. I have been sacred circle dancing at Neskaya for several years now. I also lead belly dancing classes here.
Neskaya is a registered nonprofit, and since 1996, Neskaya has been hosting and promoting sacred circle dance gatherings and events in a beautiful and unique circular space that has been constructed according to the sacred geometry. Neskaya's mission is to offer a sacred space that promotes inner happiness, healthy social connections, and world peace through the practice of celebrating our differences. In April of 2020, we were planning to hold our second Sacred Circle Dance Conference featuring presenters from the UK, the US, and Canada speaking about the therapeutic, community building, and harmony promoting work that they do with Sacred Circle Dance. However, due to the global COVID-19 pandemic and quarantine, we were unable to hold the conference. Instead, we've invited our presenters to offer their presentations here on our YouTube channel.
So, on behalf of all of us here at Neskaya, we hope you enjoy them, and thank you for watching.
Our first presenter is April J.H. Lilley. April has shared her love of meditation, yoga, and dance for more than 20 years. A lifelong dancer, she found Sacred Circle Dance in 1998 after a retreat with June Watts. She became inspired to start teaching and went on to lead a circle in Ottawa, Canada from 2002 to 2010. April is also certified in Astanga, Yin, Hatha, and restorative forms of yoga. Her work teaching dance and yoga, combined with her personal journey navigating through both physical and emotional challenges, has directly influenced her presentation here. That sacred circle dance can be used as a means of alleviating the symptoms of depression and restoring inner strength.
Welcome everyone to Neskaya Satellite, coming to you all the way from Ottawa, Canada. I'm April, and welcome to my session on dancing through depression. I submitted this workshop on request of some of my friends at Neskaya, and so and I thought I'd be doing this one on, in a group setting. So doing this online is a little strange. Because it's a participatory workshop, so I'm going to be counting on you to be involved in your own space and dancing dances to your own rhythm and your connection, your heart connection. So I'll start with a little bit of a backstory for what depression looks like for me. Depression is immobilizing for me. It stops me from moving. It stops my brain from processing. It stops me from speaking, and holds me grounded and frightened in one place. And this is a recurrent kind of depression that happens through my life. So sacred dance has been one of my main antidotes to that. And so, so this is a very, very personal journey that I share with you of how it is that I work my body from that frightened, crouched down state into connecting with universe, with community, and back to myself. So there's 3 songs that we're going to dance. The first one is Cloud of Unknowing. And with that, we're just going to be connecting to music. And then we'll be dancing to As One to connect to community. And we'll do the actual dance for that one. And then the final one is the chakra dance, which will connect us through to the universe and back to ourselves and back in, and then out into community again. So the way I teach them may be a little bit different from what you're accustomed to. The first form that I use, the song and dance Cloud of Unknowing, or actually just the song I use, Cloud of Unknowing, I use something I call box dancing. And I'm using my yoga mat here to represent the box. Sometimes I'll use tape, or sometimes I'll use rolled up blankets, or you can be as imaginative as you would like to create your own box. And the significance of the box is that it provides that safe, secure space to begin to move within before moving without, or before moving outwards can be safe again. So the connection to the music is the most important part of this. So I most often start on the ground, in the box, listening and absorbing the music in a way that allows my body to relax and feel safe. There's a heart connection that happens with sound vibration, and sound vibration is very, very healing. And the connection then to movement from that is the journey that I'll be taking you on, and through these three dances. So I'm going to play Cloud of Unknowing in just a minute, and I hope that you will create your box. Maybe pause this and create a box, and then join me again in dancing within that box, and imagining that that safety, that and warmth and comfort that this song and movement can allow for you. And if you just stay still through the whole thing, that's okay too. That's where I'm going to start. All right, and I'm going to see where it takes me to.
Hear my cry, hear my cry, far in the still of your land. Will you comfort me in the dawn, through the cloud of unknowing, lying safe and home with you. Lying here, safe and home with you. Hear my prayer, hear my prayer. Every need and desire is divine. Sister and brother, Father, Son, Earth, my mother, I carry the need to be born. Angel, shadow, and brother, I'm lost without thee. Keep me warm. Lying here, this broken heart beats time. Lying here, this broken heart is mine. Draw me, let me gaze upon thy face, somewhere deep inside thy tender heart, thy grace will provide. I am here, whispers enough for thee. Heal my heart, heal my heart. I hear the hymn of love in my soul. Oh, I sometimes feel so alone. Tender heart, going home, flying here, safe and home with thee. Flying here, safe and home with thee. Flying here, safe and home with thee.
So I hope you've connected, felt the music, moved within that box, found that security, and maybe you're even to that point where you're wanting to break out of that box. And if not, that's okay. There's times where I've danced within the box for a very, very long time before I was able to step out and dance outside of that box. So you can use that piece over and over to as many different types of music or as many different songs as you would like. That just happens to be the one that I most often use. So the significance of this next song as one, a song and dance, is the connection of individuality back into group and community. And that's what this dance represents to me, both lyrically and through these steps. So the steps, I'll just go over them briefly. For those of you who may not know, it's a crossover with your left and stepping right, crossing back and right, and sway, sway. Cross, left, step, right, and back, step, right, and sway, sway. And that's the whole dance. Left, cross, side, back, side, sway, and sway. So thinking and feeling through this song, that that urge to step out of that box, that urge and that to step beyond and into some fears, into the safety of community, knowing that we are all one together.
As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we
beginning with the left.
As one we join with her our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we hear her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we hear her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we join with her our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we hear her. Her heart beats with our own as one. As one we join with her our love. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. Her heart beats with our own as one.
And to use that song and dance to step forward, connecting with how we heal ourselves, how we heal the earth, and together. All of these things coming together to support us in what it is that we need to do individually and collectively. So that's the meaning of that song and dance to me. The final dance that I use to dance myself through depression is the first dance I ever taught, and it's called the chakra dance, and it's one that is taught differently here and there, and so I'll share the version that I use. And like I mentioned in the beginning, this piece is about connecting all the way out to the entire world, to the universe, and bringing that piece back in and grounding it down into ourselves, and then coming back to share that in community. And how that works for me in the steps is there's the joining of community in the beginning. We walk 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and sway 2, 3, 4. We come into the center, 2, 3, 4, and there's a long, there's a double count, sway, and double count, sway to the other side. And this is the piece where I'm connecting, that deep, reaching out, connecting to universe. And then that comes back. I bring that into my heart, all that connection, bringing it back, grounding it down, and then find the centering through the chakra points. Hands are in a triangle, or fingers are in a triangle, coming up the heart center, flipping at the heart center, and then spreading out, coming back down to find ourselves in community again in those 4 steps forward that we take together. 3, 4, and the sways. 2, 3, 4. 4 steps in, 2, 3, 4. Reaching, counting on one another, because normally we're pressing into each other's hands here at this point, and stepping back, bringing all of that energy to you, down to the earth, and then beginning again with the chakra alignment, finding myself and my center so that I can connect back into community. And that's what the song and dance has come to mean to me over, I can't even remember, I don't know, about 15, 18 years ago. I'm not sure how long it was that I learned this dance, and that's the significance that it has become for me. So we'll dance it with that intention, and I wish I was going to be able to hear and share with you afterwards, because that's sort of the main purpose of all of these dances, is to then connect back into community. So if you want to connect with me, you can send me a note somehow through Neskaya. That would be really nice to know how this has worked in your life. Oh, one thing I almost forgot. There's a really long introduction to the chakra dance before we start dancing. And this piece is really significant as well, because for me, it signifies the gathering of the energy to do the dance, to move forward, to do what it is that we're meant to do, supposed to do, need to do, want to do. And so it's a very powerful point of the song. So don't just stand still, humdrum, waiting for the dance to begin. It's it's a really deep point where we're bringing the energy, the sound, all of the things that we've from when we were in that box, connecting just to sound. We could only hear a little tiny bit, to this point where we're getting ready to step forward and do what we're meant to do, what we want to do. So thinking of that in that space, and then stepping forward into the dance. And that way the dance, if there's mistakes, makes less. Doesn't mean as much. It's about that intention, that energy, and that movement, that connection. So really, when you're reaching up, really feel that connection to everyone else. And then bring that energy, that gift, back to yourself to begin again. that's the end of the 3 dances, the sequence that I use to dance through depression. I hope it helps someone as much as it helps me. And like I said, I look forward to any comments you may have, some things you can share. That's what this conference was about, joining hands, coming together as community. So we do this in this kind of awkward way as best we can. And so from my heart to your heart, we join this circle from far apart. And I love you all. Thank you for participating, and be well. Stay in the love and the light. And when you can't, just put on a song and hold yourself close. You make it through. Loving yourself, or allowing others to love you when you can.